One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, home to the UTSA Roadrunners. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the UTSA Roadrunners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Roadrunners offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Roadrunners want to move quickly. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Mean Green offense takes over, and they'll go to work for the first time. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by...
Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
7, UTSA, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Roadrunners are in the hurry-up.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got room on the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to...
Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Texas.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Hunt is on its way. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Mean Green can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Grabbed over the middle. It's sacked. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It sucks. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Roadrunners headed quickly to the line. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The run from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Pressure coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
There he goes. Made a defender miss. The 40, the 30, 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
UTSA, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quick release by the QB. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Finds his man. It sucks. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to adjust the pattern. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. and he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Touch pass on the run. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense playing a bail technique. He's got the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection. Snagged in the middle. It's Suggs. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Absolutely center cut.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's the give off the left side. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. And the Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
UTSA 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and are trying to stay on the field.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. North Texas has it, going to work with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Toss to the outside. Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Jukes his way for more. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. North Texas started this drive in the shadow of its own end zone, but now they've moved out, got a little... He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Roadrunners will call on their punt team. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive from the 42. Power football with the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Mean Green needing only a sliver of green to convert on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. North Texas will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick completion to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
Rushes on him, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws for the tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of turning it on. Oh, sweet feet. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Roadrunners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead. The big running back, he's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
He's got it, first down and more. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. North Texas has it, going to work with another first down. They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slithers into space. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Under fire. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask